Ta-da. Oh, we have reverb on. Hold on. I forgot I set that up. Hold up. Actually, could we just do the whole stream like this? Let's see. Okay, there we go. That was sick. What's up, everyone? Guwan Gaming GG. Is this going to be a fresh playthrough? Hold on. Oh, it's still crappy. I'm getting interference. How about now? Oh, even worse.
Hot diggity damn, it's been 5 years. Half a decade of fun-filled excitement and adventure. I hope all is well with you and yours, and I am so happy to see how far you've come.
Aw, thank you, Doc Salty. That's awesome, dude. Thanks so much. What a sweetheart. Hell yeah, dude. We gotta figure this out. What is causing my interference? It's like, oh, it's bothering the shit out of me. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. Fresh playthrough. So, yeah, I mean, we're gonna just start up. It's not gonna be New Game Plus or anything. Ah, this is really pissing me off. How can I fix this? It's out of nowhere. How about you fucker? Third testicle. Are you calling me vestigial in some kind of way? Nice shirt. Oh, thank you. Hell yeah. Ah, God, I can't stand this fucking feedback. It's like interference, and it's bothering the shit out of me. What if I move this? What if I move that? That's killing me. I hate it so much. Can I just... It's still there. How about this? You guys tell me if you can hear what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm furious at this. I'm so upset. You have no idea. Oh, shit, dude. Flesh God Apocalypse. Oh, they're so fucking fast. Oh, because it's still... Yeah, what the fuck? It's not even a beep. Hold on, look. I can turn off my noise suppression. Let's see. So it's more of like a constant... Maybe... All right, hold on. Just to bother you guys, I'll keep it off and see if I can't affect it in some sort of way. It won't go away all the way. You know what? There's a power cable behind my desk that runs congruent with the XLR cable. Let's see if I can't fuck with that. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Oh my God, that bothered the shit out of me. Watch. Turn on, bam, noise suppression. We are good to go. See, and that's... Understand that. All right, so we're good now. Now we can switch it to... Bam. See how easy this is? Streaming's easy. Smoke alarm on low battery? No. I've never thought about it, but I don't... Oh, wait, there's a smoke alarm right there. It's not even on my ceiling. It's on my wall. It's like a New York thing. Oh, okay. 81 bass guitars. There's always a hum on something. Yeah, you know what it is? So I have the USB power cable for this Rodecaster Duo running alongside the XLR cable, and they're fine when they're next to each other, but when they're pulled apart, the the electromagnetic interference pulls the signal up and causes noise. It's so stupid. Oh, I hate audio. Okay, so yeah, we're playing Ground Zero. You know what? Also, since I got you guys here, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. I'm activated at the moment. Let's look up the new trailer for Resident Evil. Here we go. I am upset about this, and let me tell you why. Not that I'm not upset about the movie. The movie can be whatever it wants. I'm not mad that the movie obviously is not going to be a Resident Evil movie. I knew that going forward. Anytime you get a creative type in a directorial role and they get a hold of a video game property, I've talked about this a million times, the immediate response is, oh, well, I can obviously create something better than the video game because I'm this big creative type. Which is funny because you're being paid to reproduce something that exists within a current IP, right? But people were looking at this trailer and they were like, oh, this is super dope. And to be fair, it looks like it'll probably be a really cool horror movie because this guy's made really cool horror movies before. But when Zach Krieger was like, oh yeah, it's not going to have very many zombies in it, it's like, okay, well, what the fuck are you doing then? You son of a... All right. Here's the biggest thing that I'm having an issue with is people on the internet are watching this trailer and seeing like, oh, he has a shotgun. He has to like procure resources. Look, he's looking through stuff. And then there's a part where he grabs keys. And then they're like, oh, it's so Resident Evil because of that. And it's like, when we want to see a movie based on Resident Evil, the idea is not to reproduce the gameplay of Resident Evil.
As someone who despised weapons, worst film I saw last year, I have no hopes for this film.
I haven't seen Weapons yet, but people, thank you, by the way, Cockrock, for 23 months. That's incredible. But like, I haven't seen Weapons yet, so I don't have a place to criticize the film in and of itself. But from what we've seen in this trailer, I'm criticizing the support the movie has gotten from people who like this director, but aren't necessarily fans of Resident Evil. And they're like, oh, gamers are so hard to please. Look, it has keys and this guy's grabbing weapons. And it's like, yeah, I want to see a Metal Gear Solid movie, right? But I don't want to see a movie where a man playing Solid Snake cycles through like 30 plus weapons in their inventory screen, right? We don't want a movie about a video game series because we want to see the gameplay of the movie take place on the silver screen. That's insanity. Not a single human being would feel that way. Nobody wants to see someone reload their weapon through a blue inventory screen with a little heartbeat monitor telling them that they're on fine condition. That's retarded. We want to see the story that is Resident Evil take place on the silver screen and real life, because okay, it's bothering the shit out of me that so many people are saying Welcome to Raccoon City is this example of a video game movie that gave the fans exactly what they wanted, and then they didn't like it, so therefore they should never do it again. It's like, that was a really, really bad movie in terms of just normal shot composition, in terms of story pacing, in terms of just not being very well acted. You know, it's a bad movie, right? But yeah, it did give the fans what they wanted. If the fans wanted a series of funny Easter eggs like Itchy Tasty, like that's not what people want. They want to see the story of the video game take place on the silver screen. They are not looking to have somebody like being controlled by tank controls. It's not about witnessing gameplay. It's about, yeah, I enjoy the story. I like its characters. I like its narrative universe. I would love to see those two things take place in a movie setting. Zombies are overdone anyway. I mean, honestly, I think it's been long enough that the whole zombies are overdone thing isn't true either. I mean, think about it. How long has it been since we've had like a mainstream zombie movie? We used to have several every year, you know? Oh, that's a little loud. Let's crank that down a bit. Oh my god, gee. All right, chill, dude. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what I should do? Let's do this. Hold up. Give me a second. I can assign this to a volume knob on my little controller over here. Sometimes I feel like my life is 10 controls. I get that feeling. Oh, that's so loud. Hold up. Okay, yeah. I have to go through my shit here. Let's use the third one. That's a good idea. Dial. It was Pragmata. Let's do Ground Zero. Nice. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. So we got a good balance of PC sounds and... yeah, this is solid. Okay, hell yeah. Not as bad as a Netflix show, of course. Harold Curtis says, how are you? I'm doing good, man. How about you? If somebody doesn't exclaim what a mansion, my film's a flop. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so I've been playing the like pre-release version for a very long time. So this is going to be my first time playing the actual version that everybody was able to get a hold of. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be essentially stuff that's new to me. And then let's say downscale. And then we're at 4K, right? That's good. Is there a borderless window mode? No, just windowed. Yeah, that'll do, right? That's fine. So, does that... your buttons aren't doing what you say they're doing. All right, so let's go back here. Does that affect this? Maybe not. Okay, let's not downscale the image then, if that's the case. No matter how the new movie comes out, at least it's not going to be as bad as a Netflix adaptation. Yeah, I mean, for sure, but that goes without saying. That's my issue. You would have to go out of your way to make something as bad as the Netflix show. Didn't realize this game was out already. That's because I fucked up. I have not covered it yet. It's my fault you don't know it's out yet. You gotta love a game that has puzzle difficulty settings. That's so dope. Hopefully the... okay, good. All right, nice.
The Transcontinental Union's military briefing is now in session. State your names for the record.
My sub is reaching retirement age, but not in the US, as work is never done. There is only duty.
Exactly, there is only duty. 60 months, thank you so much, dude. Honestly, I was playing it downscaled for a while. I think 100% skills is the way to go.
I speak English, French, and not really too much Korean, sir. But I can learn along the way.
Professionalism fielding.
You're going to be my background noise while I cap questionable indie JRPGs. I still hope to completely derail your thought. Oh, good. Yeah, please do. Are you guys... we probably need better dialogue volume. There we go.
instruction on how to clear out the
Only
radiation
murmurs, not
and other
dialogue. Okay.
contaminants, and coordinate appropriate evac.
DuPont, provide status report on the conditions in the hospital.
No subtitles, nah, because I'm thinking about recording my playthrough here for a little bit, just getting some
200-kilometer radius of the impact site.
10 miles.
auxiliary
125 miles.
footage. Let's, as a matter of fact, we're gonna skip this cutscene. I know, like, probably people want to see the story, and I get that. But because this is, I'm gonna turn on OBS over here. This is a game I plan on covering. I don't want to like ruin it necessarily. I don't know. I'm not sure what my thought process is with this, but it would be nice to grab a little footage so when I do talk about the game on my channel, maybe I have a little bit of extra stuff going on, you know. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm thinking with this. Why does everybody want subtitles? Is that just for the stream so that when I'm talking you can see what's going on? I get that, okay. But we're probably not going to be playing through a lot of the story. And then the first few hours of this game aren't precisely story heavy anyways. You skip my favorite FFA cutscene. No, I never skip FFA cutscenes. I remember seeing the transition from real time into pre-rendered backgrounds in that game, and my fucking mind was blown. I loved it so much. Oh, they're making a game for The Expanse? That's pretty dope. Capcom's new IP, Pragmata. I really enjoy it. Not only do I enjoy it, but it's also pretty incredible that we're gonna go. Let's go beach. I went amusement park last time. It's not only a very fun video game and a very interesting concept. She's pretending to talk, but she's not. I didn't do this. I swear it's not happening on my end either. Missed opportunity in 9, I'm not going to lie. I have been... Listen, it's not my fault the game audio's fucked. Look, it's gone 100%. I don't even have the game audio. Oh, there it is. Okay, now we're good. We're good now. My big thing is this modern, like, historical revisionism that's making Final Fantasy IX like one of the best games released on the PS1. Say, listen, Final Fantasy IX was really fun, but it wasn't even as good as Final Fantasy VIII. And I'm tired of pretending that that's not the case. I mean, I really enjoyed Final Fantasy IX, and I really liked the ending. I really liked Zidane as a character. But, come on. Let's be real. For just a second. Final Fantasy IX is not the classic that people would have you believe now. Like, I was there when it came out. No one gave a shit about Final Fantasy IX. You know what? I'm regretting my choice. We are going to turn... lens flares off. I've regretted it. But we're not going to turn subtitles on because I'm capturing footage. Lens flares. Yeah, we're going to turn that off. I will say the quality of the video output is much better than in the pre-release version, which is cool. Yeah, and you know, it makes sense too. Instead of having like animated 2D textures, just making them wear masks so you can't see their mouths move. Genius. You know, I saw somebody point that out on the Steam forums for this game, and I had played through it already. I'd already beaten the game, and I had no idea that that was going on. I just never noticed that their mouths weren't moving. It does have has more usable items than, of course you would say that, Kaz. But 8 has 2 of the worst girls in the whole series, Zell and Renoa. Hold on now. You talk shit about Zell all you want. You leave Renoa alone. She was an innocent angel. Wait, did people actually get 1,000 jumps with Vivi and that side little thing? Why do people not talk about 1 through 6? I don't know. I thought 1 was pretty not great, to be totally honest. But I think people still are sort of the opinion that 6 is like the best in the series. Which is, I mean, it's a great game, so I'm not against that. I still think 5 in terms of gameplay. Here's the thing. This is the thing. 6 is such a solid playthrough. It's such an amazing story to follow through. And the events of 6 are the most entertaining out of all of the 8 and 16-bit games. But I think 5 has the best combat because of the job system. FF9 was too slow. I think there's a lot about FF9 that kind of led to it feeling a little not great, in my opinion, personally. He is a chicken wuss. That's fucking right, dude. I love how the US release changed. I think it was like supposed to be curry that gets served in the cafeteria, and Zell's like, oh, it's chili dogs. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I haven't played any FF games up till now. Any game that's good for first timers. I think 7 is going to be an amazingly contemporary role-playing experience for most first-timers because it sort of set the bar for what modern RPGs are supposed to play like. 6, you will get a lot out of. It is an amazing game, and I think the 16-bit art style will sort of provide a constant juxtaposition for how serious and emotionally effective the story can be. But I would say 7 first in terms of playing an RPG that feels familiar for a modern game fan, gamesist. Oh, it's hell, yeah. Okay, there's the block. I forget. Okay, that's reload. I've completely forgotten this game, by the way. Yeah, come on. It's a fight. Got him. Easy. Fucked him up. No problem.
Are you there? I just killed a dog. I actually
Superfleet never played a Final Fantasy game. That is a rare thing to see, for sure.
Wait a minute. Killed 2 dogs? Were they rabid? Did they attack you? What the fuck happened?
Dude, this guy is such a naturally delivered voice actor.
I'm not sure I understand. What are you talking about?
JRPGs never truly broke away from the 16-bit art style. It was their apex and their downfall. You know, I would make the claim 32-bit was the apex of JRPG video game art. Breath of Fire 4, Final Fantasy 7 with its 3D stuff. But Breath of Fire 4, in terms of 2D sprite art, 32-bit for sure. Suikoden, although to be fair, Suikoden's very close to 16-bit. But I think using the rotation and scaling of the PS1, mapping 2D textures to 3D planes and the battle system, that's pretty 32-bit. So I think that's where the genre really peaked in terms of visuals. Hold on. Parasite Eve 2 and Dino Crisis 2 can go right in the trash can? I'm hurt by this. I'm upset at the fact that you even would claim such a thing. Dude, Parasite Eve 2, despite being very flawed, is amazing. And Dino Crisis 2, I'm gonna come out and say it, better than Dino Crisis 1. I have zero problems saying that. Wild Arms 1 jaggy polygons. I mean, it's better than the PS2 remake. That is for darn sure. What was it called? Alter Code F, I think? Heresy. I gotta say, for not having a moving mouth, the booty game on this chick is on point. Agreed. I think, I mean, you could probably see it. The visual inspiration was certainly, fuck, I forgot her name. Eliza from RE 1.5. Fuck, wait. I think it's Eliza. Eliza, right? Am I crazy? I mean, Parasite Eve 2 is really great. This person could be fucking with me, but there are people who hate it. I would not be surprised to see that.
This is
Zion! That plant thing! I saw it! I saw that puppet thing!
Yeah,
Are you alright?
Yeah,
we just did.
I'm good, I think. I don't know. Bad news. It affects people too.
People? You mean
It seems like it's able to control anything that used to be alive. I'm telling
That
you,
includes
Zion,
me.
Watch out. Look around you. This place is covered in bodies. This plant thing could be affecting any one of them. Dog, human, fucking
The best
whale,
PS1 games are
whatever.
rooted in their SNESy roots. Grandia, Suikoden, Breath of Fire 3, 4. Right, but you have to keep in mind, like, okay, so the sprites were designed in a very Super Nintendo aesthetic, for sure. That can't be denied. Same thing with, like, oh, what was that really bad RPG that I actually like? Beyond the Beyond. Obviously, I mean, not very far above, and sometimes even, you know, arguably below the visual prowess of the Super Nintendo. But you have the added horsepower of the PS1 and the way it manipulates those sprites and the usage of a 3D camera and stuff. I think that adds to the bit wars argument we're having here. Fuck was that? Oh! I bet I could fuck him up. How much you want to bet? Eliza Walker, there we go. I knew I was right. I always do. The one thing about Ground Zero that bothers me is it does something that a lot of modern survival horror games do, where you aim with the left trigger and then shoot with the right trigger, and that just feels weird for me.
Is Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams a good port? I just bought it for my OG Xbox and I've never played Shish before.
How to not unalive yourself. Good name, and thank you for the $5. I would say yeah, 100%. So there is an argument for it not being able to reproduce a lot of the PS2's let's say proprietary graphical tricks. The fill rate, the pixel fill rate, no, not the fill rate, the the frame buffer in PS2 allowed for the CPU to essentially send a shit ton of effects through the pipeline all at the same time and be delivered at a full 60 fields per second. The Xbox version has progressive scan, which is nice, but you're going to get less cloud or fog, transparent fog effects in the background. There are a couple of sound effects that are of lower quality, but it's not the kind of stuff that would really bother anyone, I don't think. Oh, that's what I was... Okay. I forgot how to do the charge shot. I'm trying to get it right. Let's see if I can. I missed. I'm gonna die in the fucking first area of Ground Zero. You know what? Fucking let him kill me. I don't give a shit. Do it. We'll see what happens. Arc 3. I don't even know what that's in reference to, Cass, but I know you're talking shit. I made a Arc the Lad 3 shirt.
After you said FF7 Remake hurt UBC, it abandoned its turn-based systems. That's why I recommended Claire Obscure to you. Story is incredible too.
Thank you, Douglas Monroe, for the $5. And yes, I am going to play Claire Obscure at some point, for sure. There's no doubt about it. It looks insanely cool. Yeah, the PS2 was really good at translucent, transparent textures.
Love it. I joined the stream and I see a nice view of the player character.
Was it her dead or was it her butt? Because he had a 50-50 shot at either one of those. Thank you for the $5, Game Dev Made Easy. Who, by the way, is, I was unaware, Game Dev Made Easy out there making pixel-based fonts for me. What a fucking badass. Arc the Lad versus Jared the Chad. I love Arc the Lad, honestly. I'm like Casp and Chad. I'm a slave to that shit. Except for I'm intelligent and I recognize that Arc the Lad 3 is amazing. And anybody who doesn't think so, undeniably Australian. Let's see. And he wasn't there. Oh, you fucker. You son of a bitch. I had it right there. I stopped just a second. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's... Here's the thing. I want to get that shot really bad. And you guys understand that when you're playing a game with me, I'm going to restart every time. Legend of Dragoon is great. Not my favorite classic PS1
Wait till you see
JRPG.
my custom OS.
It's insane you're making a custom. Thank you for the $2, Game Dev Made Easy. I would very much like to see your custom OS. Unless that's some sort of a euphemism for something else. Now this is what an RE clone should be. Konyo985 gets it. That is exactly what you should be saying. You mix the word bias with intelligent? No, listen. Arc the Lad 3 is the true gamer's choice at all times. This can't be argued. Watch, try to argue it. See what happens. Oh, you fucking asshole. Fuck it. Check this out. We don't need... Watch. Oh, shit. I got grabbed. Don't watch that. Watch something else.
Why do you think there are so few horror-themed RPGs?
Ooh, Involved in Memory. Thank you so much for the $10. That's a very good question. Oh, and then wow. Count Connor for $50. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I don't even have an alert set up for that amount of money because I never would assume someone would. Thank you so much. That's incredibly nice. Wow. Hell yeah, dude. Embalmed in Memory, to get to your question, I think it's a tough sell to keep a game feeling authentically scary and maintaining that horror atmosphere while playing within the confines of your typical role-playing game. I wish it wasn't the case, though, because I would love to play some, Kodelka-like horror. I mean, a horror game doesn't necessarily, and this is going to sound crazy, it doesn't have to be scary. It just has to sort of maintain the attempt at scaring you. Because it's really the atmosphere that does it. I can't even grab the ammo because of this fucking jerk. Okay. How about Jared? Okay. We do this. Oh! Yes! See, this is what I'm talking about. Might buy this game because the character looks so nice. It's worth buying. It's a really fun game. It has a pretty deep set of mechanics that you can mess around with. It's wildly long, and not like as a, oh, this game's too long. It, for a traditional survival horror game, I think I was able to get to the last third of the game in like 7 or 8
Elden
hours.
Ring and the Souls games?
Thank you very much for the $2. How to not unalive yourself. I am constantly berated because I don't really get into the Souls-like gameplay style. It's not my thing. I'm just waiting for this guy to come out of this thing. So yeah, there we go. That's what I need. Hell yeah, dude. Sick. Yeah, I don't enjoy that gameplay style very much, to be totally honest with you. It is not my cup of tea. But what I do think about the Souls type of experience is you guys are lucky. You found a gameplay style that you enjoy, and there's a company that's like, yeah, we'll make that forever. Could you imagine if that was the case with us survival horror fans? Okay, well, I don't need the save cracker. I can just open it real quick. Odin Sphere is incredible, Snap. Right. Yes, I have. It's great stuff. Man, that's so cool. Thank you so much again, Count Connor, for $50 is wild. I don't know what I did to deserve that kind of contribution, but I'm very much appreciative. Thank you. Get rid of these guys because we do not need them. And what is, yeah, bonus item. There we go. Nice. Now we can get that save cracker and not ever use it again. Look at RE9 and playing as Leon, you lose all semblance of fear. Yeah, for sure, but, you know, rightly so. I think Resident Evil 9 is a perfect case for what I'm talking about. You just sort of need the atmosphere of horror and not necessarily the successful application of scares. Like a player doesn't need to be scared during a horror game. They just need to know that the developer is trying to scare them actively. Or at the very least... Oh, I got a message online. Hey, GS Wolfwood. Oh shit, now Snap Rai is a fucking member. Hell yeah, dude. Wait, weren't you already a member, Snap Rai? At some point, right? Leon being in RE9 kept me from buying it. Listen, I've been wrestling with this idea for a while. And I just got to the point in my script where I talk about it. I won't lie. I believe that Leon's sections in Resident Evil 9 were more fun than Grace's. Despite the fact that Grace's were such a good modern implementation of survival horror gameplay, the combination of stealth with your sort of resource intensive, backtracking centric survival horror exploration, genius combination. I really enjoyed it, but they nailed the action of Leon's campaign so fucking hard. It's really, I mean, truly, it's such a solid fucking action horror thing. How do I get to my map? What's the... I know there's a button for the map. Triangles block and... Okay, yes. I could have swore that's the pause. What about hold start? No? Maybe I don't have a map for this section. No, I do. Interesting. Muy interesante. Okay. Cool. Oh, Patreon support. I see. I knew you were in there somewhere. FF7 and P1 are your top 2 PS1 RPGs, right, Jared? Ah, that's tough, honestly, because then you got to consider Suikoden 1. Breath of Fire 3's in there. Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know if I could make you a comprehensive list of my favorite PS1 RPGs. There's so many. I think I would just show you a picture of the PS1 and say that. You know what I mean? I'm with you. Leon has better combat, so it's just more fun. Yeah, it's a really fucking solid action horror experience, and you have so many tools to deal with so many scenarios. Like, okay, an enemy gets close, you have your counter you can do. You can fire and get a firearm parry off on them. There's so much you can do in every scenario. It makes Leon's section just infinitely fun. Now, this is what I like about this game. So, okay, we're getting a zombie. Hold up. Is he walking? No? Okay. So, what's essentially happening here, it's a pre-rendered background, but when you're moving forward, you are pressing play on a 30 frame per second video, essentially. And then the 3D elements just move and scale with your movement. That's so fucking cool. It's beautiful. I've been really wanting to try out the Xeno games. Xenogears is amazing. The second half is a little tough, but you know, it's certainly worth playing. But I have not played any of the modern Xeno games, which I feel bad about. I just bought FF10 for my PS2. 10's a really fun game. I feel like it's very fun, but it's some of the weaker gameplay in a Final Fantasy game. But I'm not willing to say that it's not good. Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay, good enough. Good enough. It's not worth killing these guys. We don't have to come back through here. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. Haven't caught up on the new RE games yet. Well, you got some time. I wouldn't worry about doing that anytime soon. Leon's campaign made me feel like I was playing DMC. Yeah, I get that. Oh, there's a zombie. Hold on. I need to get a clean view of him so that I know that I'm aimed at him right. There we go. Fuck. I panicked. You know what? Knife time. Oh, I keep wanting to hit the fucking Y button for some reason. There we go. Easy peasy. If you enjoy strategy RPGs, I would recommend Final Fantasy Tactics, like, period. It's incredible. Probably one of the best strategy RPGs ever made. In terms of, like, a first Final Fantasy game, I don't think it offers up a lot of what you would find in the series proper, so it's not like it would prepare you for the series, but it's amazing. So, yeah, I would recommend Tactics up and down. Blitzball was fun in FFX. See, that's where I will definitely disagree. I have never enjoyed Blitzball. I've never figured out how it works. I've had people explain it to me, and then I play it, and I'm like, that's not happening. You're wrong. I've never had fun with Blitzball. I was interested until I saw the stealth section. Oh, you're talking about RE9? You know, I get where you're coming from. I can't say that I don't understand that mindset, but it's really fun. It's really, really good. Hey, Jared, do you plan on reviewing, playing Echoes of the Living, or do you wait until the full release? I was thinking about waiting until the full release. As it is, it's a really fucking... Once again, just like Ground Zero, it's very mechanically dense. There's a lot of stuff you can do in that game, and a lot of it is the kind of stuff that you would want to do in a survival horror game. You know what I mean? But it's while you're playing it, you can kind of feel that there is an unfinished bit to it. I've been talking with its developers back and forth, and when I come to them with something that I thought was an issue, they're always adamant. It's like, yeah, we're aware of this and we're looking to implement this and that. They know what's happening in the game and what's causing it to be what's the word? Like user unfriendly, I guess that's a good term for it. Fuck. I want to get that shot so bad. You guys have no idea. It's literally no problem just to knife these guys to death. But I want that fucking critical. Fuck. Why is my timing so bad? We're gonna get it. Shit. We're not gonna get it, guys. Shit. I'm literally killing myself to get this thing that I don't need and doesn't matter. Welcome to my life. Oh, probably have to kill you, huh? It's like, I don't have to get those critical hits, but they are so fucking fun. Triple triad better than Blitzball? Yeah. Yeah, but only barely. You know what? Honestly, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age is a pretty fun, like, look at traditional turn-based RPG combat. Because of its sort of Western fantasy look with the orcs and elves type of aesthetic, you expect a more Western fantasy game, maybe like a first-person combat system or something.
You know you gotta update the Re and Dino Crisis Retrobstives with the Steam release versions, right?
I do. You're 100%. Thank you for the $5 Game Dev Made Easy. And yeah, you're not wrong. I do. I have so much on my plate right now and so many new games that I figure those type of releases probably not the worst idea to keep in my pocket for a rainy day. You know what I mean? But there are just tons. This game right here, I still have yet to actually review the main release, which is criminal. And then I still haven't done the RE9 video, so it's like I'm failing forward, as it were. Devs, put more QTEs in your horror games. It's what we want. It's what we need. I don't mind mashing out of grabs, though, to be fair. I think maybe having an on-screen indicator is, like, not the most necessary thing, but I don't know. Like, even in Resident Evil 1, which I don't think you can even mash out of grabs in that game, I'll still attempt to do it. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. Yo, I'm so dumb. There's a dodge system in this game, and I haven't been using it because I forget how to... There it is. I'm so dumb. I completely forgot about the dodge mechanic. So, see what I'm saying? There is a lot in this game to do. You know what? You joke around about the DDR, Matt, Guan Gaming, but Gunawan. I've been saying your name wrong this whole time, haven't I? I do have a DDR mat right over here that I've been using for cardio lately. Put on Bobby Brown's, fuck, what's that song? Hold on. Oh, I gotta think of the lyrics now. Not My Prerogative, but every little step you take, be there, every move I make, we'll be together. I will dance to that all day long, both in DDR and in real life. Jared needs to dodge lightning 5 gazillion times. I was never able to do that. I didn't get... Oh, fuck. There's a gas can right here. I could have used that. Foolishness. Okay, well, we can at least round up this guy. There's something just expected and classic about having an enemy come out of the ground in a cemetery. Shit, yes, dude. Oh, you gotta love it. Jared, requirements for big boss ranking in MGS. No continues, no more than 20 guards killed, no more than 4 alerts, no more than 1 ration used, 80 or less saves. All has to be done in under 3 hours. And that's Metal Gear Solid? What are we talking? Which game? You've also reneged on the Arc the Lad 3 debunking video. Fuck, I need to do that too. Your misinformation does need to be addressed publicly, in my defense. Someone has to hold you accountable. Oh, fuck. See, I knew that there was going to be another zombie. I was like, I shouldn't kill that other one with the barrel. I should see if I can't scrounge up any others. I encourage you to play a fighting game with the DDR, Matt. Could you imagine footsies with your actual footsies? Dude, that would be terrible. / fun. There we go. DDR stream when? Well, the thing is they use so much copyrighted songs in that series. I don't think you could do a stream with it. It would just get immediately shut down. What I'll do, Jared, is when I get the current version of the OS built out, I'll put it on a Raspberry Pi. Man, fuck, I'll fuck with it. Hell yeah, dude. I got no problems with that. Yeah, I remember back in the day, I had to learn Linux from messing around with Raspberry Pis. The word learn, of course, being used in the heaviest quotations ever. But hey, your boy knows the sudo command, so to be fair. The SH game, The Florist, I have not. I'm gonna level with you. I just don't give a shit about the series. I find it so hard for me to get excited about new AAA entries and series that I love. I did not care about RE9. Now, luckily, it ended up surprising me, and I had a really good time with RE9, but had you have told me that beforehand, I would have told, like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, if it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. I don't really care. Call me crazy, but that was a fucking dead... I was right in the little square for that. I'm upset. I don't know. I have this, like, apathetic response to modern AAA entries and series that I love nowadays. It's just impossible to shake. There we go. So, like, you know, Silent Hill, The Florist, or Townfall, they might be good. They honestly, Townfall looks stupid to me. I don't think I would enjoy it very much. But you never know. I haven't touched it, so I can't pass judgment. I just don't. God, it's so hard for me to give a shit nowadays. And I'll tell you why. It's not because AAA video games have, like, gotten worse, if that's even possible. It's more that the indie scene is giving me so much of what I want from survival horror games. You know what I mean? Like, I get all of the puzzle solving and the backtracking and exploration that I would want in a survival horror game. I don't necessarily need to go to the series that I used to have to, like Resident Evil or Silent Hill. That's not necessary anymore. And I don't know, it kind of feels strange to admit that, but... Oh, we have to give it a power hit. There we go. Nice. Sudo commands won't save you with my OS. It ain't built on... Oh, really? You built your own kernel? Holy shit. Oh, wait, you know what? You told me that. Yeah, I knew about that. Interesting. Dude, that's fucking wild. You're out of your mind. I wonder what I use that cipher for. I haven't scanned any of the bodies for points yet because I don't think I can. They haven't introduced that I can do it. $26. So we want... Let's see. 8 plus 10 now. 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 7. No. So let's say... Huh. Okay, what about 16? It's 2. No, we can't do that. Oh, perfect. So here's what we do. We say... No. Fuck. I keep coming up with ideas and they're dumb. -6. No. What about... No, that's not it. Hold on. We gotta fucking be smart about this. I bet some of the... Shut up, Cockrock. Yes, we could do that, I guess, technically. Yeah, but I want to take that key item too. There we go. I don't need you. I guess I'll keep. I don't need the flashbang, probably. Don't have the shotgun yet. Padlock key might be fun to keep around, though. Can we use it here? I think dev companies used to get their money from the publishers. If anyone but now games are so expensive, they got to give up some creative freedom to get funding so they don't make what they want. Yeah, well, it's because the price of making a video game has gotten so wildly out of control that games need to have massive install bases or else they're not going to do well. And even then, you're going to want to include mechanics that are common in video games that have already sold really well. It's a shitty situation, and I think the industry has already crashed financially. I think in terms of companies getting returns on their investment, it's just not happening anymore. And I'm fairly certain that if you ask executives, they will tell you that the video game crash has already occurred. And I think a lot of them are trying to squeeze as much money out of the market as they can before they're unable to anymore. Because look at what we're playing right here. This is a modern day, released in 2026, fixed camera survival horror game. It's probably, I would imagine, doing well financially, and it probably costs like next to nothing to make compared to a AAA video game. And because they didn't have to make back $10 trillion, they were able to take the chance of making a modern fixed camera angle traditional survival horror game. That's something you can't do nowadays. And I think that type of freedom is going to allow developers to spend less money to reach a more niche, dedicated market. I think the days of AAA development as it exists at the moment are numbered, I would say. Not my fault I math well. I, however, do not math well. Is this man capable of making the fabled Arctolad 3 Casp Sucks video? Listen, you say that, Casp, but literally the next video I have coming out is a response video to that guy Krobcat. It might be in my wheelhouse. Don't fuck around, dude. I haven't bought a AAA game since the PS3. Ask me anything. You picked a weird... Well, I guess you picked probably the most understandable time to stop supporting the AAA market. That's the time when video games were literally at their worst. Critical, baby. The fuck you want now? I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Oh, thank God. I'm so bad with this time. You know what? I'm using a wireless controller. That might have something to do with it. I'm going to assume. Nice. Yeah, see, I don't have the option to scan their body for points. I haven't been given the ability yet. I don't think I've ever actually guarded an attack in this game either. Shh. Fucking ass. Dick. Breed. Fuck. Hey, Castro, what's up, dude? How we doing? My future Japanese neighbor. Okay, he's dead. I think the sentiment that the video game industry is going to crash is a bit overblown. No, I think that in terms of how we know it now, the financial incentives for creating massive budget AAA video games are already at a very low point compared to the amount of money that needs to be put in order to retrieve those returns. I think the industry, I mean, when people hear crash, what they think is like everything stops working and it's completely done for. I mean, think of the last stock market crash. The stock market still existed after that point, right? What we're talking about is the way that it exists now. That's not going to last very long, and I think we're already at the point where that's started. We got Genesis scanning shit in this game. It's more like Dino Crisis 2 style shit. Since KOTOR Remake has gone silent, maybe a good time to revisit the originals. I never got into KOTOR, but everybody always says it's great, and I want to believe them. But I really don't like Western RPGs. So the kind of the deck is stacked against it. You know, I shouldn't use that barrel on just that one zombie. There's got to be other zombies around here, right? Oh, baby. Feel good about that. I wonder if there was anything in that car. Ah, look who's a genius. Yeah, boy. We have a slow declining industry crash, not a major market crash. Yeah, I think that's taking place right now. I think anybody who makes money off of the industry right now would probably tell you the same. The industry has reached a point of diminishing returns. The more money you put into a project doesn't necessarily mean that's money that you're going to be able to extract out of it. And that's because you have to pay so much to develop a AAA video game. It has to sell to like 2/3 of the population of planet Earth in order to be financially successful, you know? I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited about my new move, but also a little nervous. Dude, I fully understand. I was right there where you are. It is going to be, I think, the best decision you've ever made. So I wouldn't, I mean, like, you're gonna have the jitters about it no matter what, but don't pay it too much mind. Just understand that you're going to have so much fucking fun, and you will gain 35 pounds from all the good food that you're gonna eat. I would look forward to that, because that was my problem. First move in here, I was eating like a fucking psycho. Okay. 19. So what if... Okay, don't worry. Don't worry, we got this. Yeah, what's up now, Cockrock? Who's good at math now? That's what I thought. Don't ever come up against me again. Game dev made easy. I beat the latency on that one. I was able to get to it before you could. And then there's market consolidation. Kids these days have one-itis. They play one game that can engage them, and it's pretty sad. They get suckered by influencers too much. This is true. And then every game that comes out is trying to replace that game. So in order to do that, they have to offer similar mechanics or some type of a similar experience, which is why things have become so homogenous. So I think the term crash is pretty apt in that sense, I would say. It might sound a little hyperbolic, but I think it's a genuine and honest description of what's going on behind the scenes at the moment, and emblematic of, how can I say, there we go. Emblematic of other situations that have happened in history where a market has seen such a massive spike up in terms of money needing to be invested compared to a massive drop down in money that could potentially be recovered. Some next level puzzle solve. Yeah, you know how it is. You know, just yeah, I'm a smart guy. That one game is Breath of Fire 3 for you, for sure. Every time Casp puts out... By the way, if you guys don't know, Casp has an amazing channel where he just... The word autism doesn't even begin to describe how he talks about old RPGs. But if you're looking to see a Breath of Fire 3 video in your subscription feed about once every 2 months, Casp has fucking got you covered, don't you worry. Nothing useful? Maybe you should let me decide that, huh? I should have been a smart ass and said 1 + 2 × 9 or 1 + 9 times... Oh shit, that also would have made sense, yeah. Or maybe it doesn't and I'm bad at math. None of you will ever know. Advanced autism. It's like, how do we describe Casp? End stage autism, like stage 4. Lethal autism. I'm literally... You didn't have to tell me that. I knew.
It's one stop away from our meeting point. The subway tunnel should be a straight shot.
I'm subbed to Casp. He's pretty entertaining. That's one way to put it.
They could really help us get around the city quickly.
I've been making a game out of trying to imagine what Casp looks like. How many of you think he's overweight? Not significantly. Let's say he's like 30 pounds overweight for his height.
I'd rather you weren't on it. But there is some good news. My team is pretty interested in that DNA you've extracted from those things. If you send them some juicy samples, they'd be willing to cut you a deal for some upgraded gear, shipped fast, first class.
You will never ship a game without an in-game store full of microtransactions and overpriced cosmetic shit. I mean, not the kind of game that's meant to have lasting appeal, sadly.
Another way of looking at it. But look, we need to find out what
Okay.
the hell is...
I'm trying to talk to chat video game, and I think you know that. Yeah, that's the problem, though, is so many people are trying to make video games that people can play forever. And you can't make an experience like that be... like, for example, you could probably play through Ground Zero once and then another time on a advanced difficulty, and that would be really fun. But this isn't the kind of game that you can get home from work, log into, and play with your buds for like 4 or 5 years on end. And that's why the industry isn't making experiences like this. These one-off, story-based, interesting as hell, pack a full... let's say like 10 hours of gameplay into a really fun story and a really good time. Okay, that's going to be a little hard. But nobody's interested in doing that because it's not going to give them back the trillions of dollars they've invested into the project. Can you say, he's fat? General Scott Stein. Well, you got to think of, as I already have, it's a 50-50 shot, both of us getting in there. But then you got to keep in mind that I'm a genetic freak, so that's already, that's giving me a 30% edge on it. I'm in college trying to make a VR dog training simulator. Interesting. Hell yeah, dude. See, you're contributing to the independent market that is, I think, making AAA games increasingly unnecessary. It used to be the case. It's like, listen, like, sure, I don't necessarily support the AAA gaming industry, but I sort of have to go to it for my fix, my video game fix, right? And then you got people like you who are out there, you know what? I'm going to make a VR dog training game. And nice ass, homie. I apologize, but I need to go to bed. Love your shit. Go to bed, your Resident Evil Clone series regularly. Hey, listen, I appreciate it, man. Have sweet dreams. And I hope that my videos have been able to help you get to sleep, because I need videos to sleep as well, so I know what you're going through. I'm not a chud, but goddamn that ass. Listen, you don't have to explain to me. We've already went over the benefits of the ass in question.
Genetic freak, how about just pure meat?
Thank you for the $2 game that made easy. I say, how many? Okay, we only have 800 points though, so we can't really do much here. Let's save them up. I say we save them up. The rifle's not in there yet. We might as well relax for a second. Are you going to be in Tokyo the first week of August? I'll be in Tokyo for my orientation then. Evenings should be mostly free. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be here in August. I got a buddy who is supposed to be in town at that time, but I'm positive we can make some time to meet. Scott Steiner is hilarious. I don't even really follow wrestling, to be honest. I just like that interview is timeless. I don't think that there's much on the internet that could beat it. Fuck. This is so unnecessary, but why not, you know? Does this work? I'm not getting any points for that. How do I scan them? Listen. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's left bumper. I've been a fool. I could have been scanning this entire time. Oh, that's not fun. To figure out you're stupid as shit. Nobody tell anybody about this, alright? It'll be our little secret. Me and my 68 closest friends. Grindcore Ninja just saying I'd eat it, night homie. Yeah, have a good one, dude. May your dreams be filled with hot survival horror booty. God damn, I can't believe I missed on all of these opportunities. Foolishness. I probably didn't kill any other zombies around here, right? See, that scene repeats every time you come back and reload this area, which is funny. Is there an in-game manual or something like the RE games? There is a tutorial you can play through from the title screen, I believe. That I probably should have done just to... Because I played this last year, and I have obviously forgotten a lot of it. Live service games are designed to be addictive for young gamblers. I mean, the market. Yeah, we live in pretty dire times, I would say, if the indie scene was not available to us. If the only thing we could count on was the latest Fortnite clone, this would be an issue. But now we can look forward to the latest survival horror clone. We should probably just update our map with this. You get a free costume if you play through the tutorial. The thing is, I kind of prefer the original costume. I've seen the free costume, and it's cool looking. It looks more like Elza,
Jared's memory is as long as a grindcore album.
but my man. First off, thank you for the $2. Second off, thank you for recognizing how truly stupid my memory is, and it lasts about 3.5 minutes. God, I love grindcore so much. I used to have a grind band. We wanted to make an album that was less than 5.5 minutes long. It was our personal dream. Rest in peace, Gas Mask. Greatest band there never was. Oh, God, yes. I feel seen. I feel beautiful. If I could only play one RE clone, which would be the one? That is a very good question. Oh, damn. I haven't played the full game yet, but Phase Zero seems to really be providing that PS1 experience that I tend to look for. Pulse Breaker, I'm playing the demo for right now, is incredibly fun. That's definitely got to be in the running at least. Dude, I don't know if I could answer that question properly. There's just too many good games out there, dude. I mean, to put it into perspective, I usually do pretty well with covering modern Resident Evil clones, right? Like modern survival horror games, Silent Hill type of games. I'm pretty up to date on what's being developed and what's coming out. Right now, I have more than 3 videos worth of these games just in my Steam library. And we're talking about, that's like, I don't know, I could fit like 6 or 7 games into a single video. There's so much, and there's probably an argument for that being like oversaturation, which is, you know, to a degree true-ish. But I think if anybody deserves a little bit of market saturation, it's us, you know? Oh, this shitty fuck-ass bitch of a fucking dick. Can I please? Have you ever tried to keep yourself calm while playing a video game and seen the positive effects it has on the experience? I find myself freaking out even though, like, I know that this is not gonna end up killing me or anything. You know what I mean? Like, you have a stress response and a cortisol spike as if your life is actually in danger. Oh, shit. What's up, Sam? First YouTube rate ever. That is true. That is a fact. I've never had one before. So this will be, I've prepared myself liberally for you. The Florist is an indie survival horror game, not a Silent Hill game. Oh, okay. I might be aware of that then. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I thought it was like an upcoming, one of those, the small Silent Hill projects. Let's see. I think I've watched the trailer for The Florist game. Here we go. Yes. Okay, yes. I have it on my wish list on Steam. Dude, it looks fucking sick as shit. A little bright and colorful for a survival horror game, but I'm not against it. That's $4 in the swear jar. It's more like 10, I'd say, by now with the whole stream. By the way, if you guys aren't aware, Tikio Sam in chat is another YouTuber who lives here in Tokyo, and he does the same shit that I do, basically. He streams, talks shit, plays video games, talks about living here in Japan. Fucking fun times. Smash the like button. That's actually a good command. Everybody, if you are enjoying yourselves here, do me a favor and smash the like button, because it lets YouTube know we're here. And at the moment, YouTube is it's not liking my streams very much. I started streaming more because I wanted to be more social, and then YouTube was like, damn, we're not going to show these to a lot of people like we used to. I absolutely hate horror games. They're nothing more than walking simulators. You know, I'm a little 50-50 on that, to be honest. I think walking simulators definitely have their place, their benefits, you know what I mean? But how do I change pictures? Maybe next image. Here we go. 223600. Nice. Yeah, I think they have their place, and I think that there is an enjoyable value in walking simulators and horror games that are kind of just selling you a narrative experience without the interactive elements, but I see where you're coming from. I 100% do. And there was a time when I would be fully on board with that idea, but I played a couple of more narratively driven survival horror games, and I've come to appreciate them a little more, I think. Okay, so it was 223600. There we go. You know, Superfleet, interestingly, my wife had never seen Little Shop of Horrors, and I had to show it to her when my mom was visiting once, and we had a fucking grand old time with that. Little Shop of Horrors. What a good movie. Solid flick. Suddenly Seymour? That's a banger. No images. It's the only phone on planet Earth without images on it. Arcade key. Yeah, let's go ahead and shove this in there, huh? You pansy, get a gun. This is the advice you always get from Sam. Also, check this out. I noticed this when I played through the demo. When she aims, she furrows her brow. Her little 2D textured face changes. Even her lips get pursed a bit. That's so fucking cool. Like, who's ever going to see that? You know what I mean? That's such a cool little inclusion for barely anyone to ever notice. I mean, I assume this animation gets used in cutscenes too, but that's just too good. Gonna hit the hay. I've been up for 23 hours, but great catching you. We'll check in with you on Twitter in the next month or two. Hell yeah, on my Tokyo days this year. Dude, it's so sick you're coming back. There's so many of you motherfuckers that are coming back to Tokyo. It's awesome to see. Any chance we'd ever get a DMC retrospective? You know, maybe one day. I've talked about this before, but there's something about DMC. It just doesn't elicit. It's an incredible series that I have like a lot of nostalgia for. And I mean, I can remember playing through DMC 3 and grinding for Red Souls so much. But I don't know if it gives me that reaction that I just want to, you know,
so
like...
my wife and son are in China right now, right? Well, my son wanted my wife to call me to ask me for money. He asked me in Chinese as he forgot English while he's been in China.
Uh-huh. Thank you for the $10, Game Dev Made Easy. Dude, you got a wife and a kid in China? That's sick. Are you thinking about moving back to China to join them? I would imagine. That's got to be like a tough situation to have a wife and kid away from you like that. Oh, baby. Did I say thank you for the $10, Game Dev, by the way? I don't know if I said that. I much appreciated, my man. Oh, dude, Endless Blue is so fucking cool. BioCrisis, I'm not sure if I'm aware of. Let me real quick open up a tab on the other thing. BioCrisis. I thought that was the original name for Phase Zero was BioCrisis. No? Okay, this is on itch.io. Well, I'll be fucking gosh darned. Yeah, I'm going to download the shit out of this. Hell yes. Thank you very much for the recommendation. You're probably going to see that in the next video. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, I got to go back into the game for sound to come back. Oh, word. Okay, so 6 months here and there so he can experience life in both countries. That's going to make him a very fucking well-rounded dude. You know, me and my wife were talking about, you know, potentially if we ever have a kid is going to be the... Even me and Sam were talking about, like, if we have a kid here in Tokyo, English and Japanese, that's going to be one popular son of a bitch. He's going to kill the ladies. Or if it's a girl, slay the dudes. All right, let's see. Oh, you fucking anus. You know what? I'm not even going to kill you. Wait, maybe I will. I want that fucking critical. Oh, you shit on me. You fuck. Like at this point, I could just kill him with a regular shot. You know what? I've accepted that I'm just not good. There's a million of them. I should not have used that fucking gas barrel. Damn, I fucked up. I fucked up pretty bad. I can own that. Let's see if we can't. Oh, sick. All right, hell yeah. Sam says you're very attractive. Thank you for supporting my sexy friend, Jerry. Hell yeah, dude. How audible is the clicking of the Xbox Series X D-pad to the stream chat? I would be interested to see. Oh, that's right. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, so Devil May Cry is just incredibly fun. There's such an awesome history to it. And then you've got the pre-rendered backgrounds of the first game. There's so much in it that you would assume I would be fucking thrilled to talk about. But just... there's something about the series that doesn't get me up and excited to create content for it the way that I feel about a lot of survival horror titles and stuff of that nature. It's so dumb. Like, I can't understand why that's the case, but it is what it is. Yeah, can I do it, please? Oh, the inventory's full. That's why, Jared, you dummy. Well, let's go put some stuff away. Pragmata did its thing. Jared wants to be a father. No, we've considered the idea for a while now. I mean, I am getting up in age, but I feel like I'm probably a lot more healthy and fit than a lot of people at my age. I think it's not too common for people to remain, you know, in the gym every day at my age and stuff. And I've got a lot of endurance. I don't know. I figure I got a lot of stuff that might make that process a little more fruitful than it normally would be. So I'm not necessarily worried like, oh shit, the clock's ticking. I mean, it is, to be fair, like realistically speaking, but I think my clock may be set to a different time potentially. Very clicky? Damn. All right, yeah, that's what I figured. That's your ASMR for the day. We're both going to be the best dads. Our spawn will rule Nippon. It will. There's no doubt about it, dude. Onimusha and DMC are early Capcom games that aid in my obsession with survival. Yeah, for sure. Onimusha specifically. Especially, have you ever seen the footage of the PS1 version of Onimusha? My God, dude, it looks so fucking cool. Ooh, best advice for moving to Japan. It's good that you have Sam in the chat because he's probably going to have better advice than me. I would say... Fuck. I can't think of anything. Man, travel light. Bring with you only the necessities. There's not very much here in Tokyo that you can't get, that you would need necessarily, unless it's very important medication that might not be legal here in Japan compared to the States. Like there's certain antidepressants, I believe, that aren't available in Japan compared to America. In terms of clothes, you can mostly find clothes at Uniqlo that'll fit you. You know what I mean? I wouldn't worry about that. if you are buying a Japanese XL, keep in mind that that's going to be just a tad larger than American L size. What else can I think of? Advice for moving to Japan. He got me. Hold on. Let me real quick take out the trash. Let's see. Oh, suck it, nerd. What else? Moving to Japan. If you want to save a bit of scratch, instead of buying a cell phone here, there are certain models of iPhone that you can buy that can be unlocked in the States, and then you could slap a SIM card from any country into it. But you can actually use a portable Wi-Fi thing that runs off of like 5G and save yourself a bit of time and hassle and stress by just using portable Wi-Fi for a bit while you're here, which could be helpful depending on your situation. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Nobody say anything. All right, I got it. Boom. There is literally no one who can beat me. I'm too good. Oh yeah, we definitely want that too. Put you away. We will get out our oil. Yeah. And then we combine those two together, give us an extra slot. Then we unlock the arcade. That'll net us another slot. Nice and easy, boys. Nice and easy. No issues whatsoever. Holy shit, this is what you look like. I pictured you differently. Yeah, I get that a lot. I get it too. It makes sense. I feel like my sound and my look are definitely at odds with each other. I always check for that country's brand name on your current meds, as they will be different. Yeah, different names for sure. That's 100% good advice. It's not my business, Jared, but I highly recommend you have at least one child. When you're older, you'll definitely want someone to have a relationship with, from that I've heard. Well, yeah, for sure. As in my younger days, having a child was definitely something that was not a priority. I truly did not give a shit. I was like, I understood it. I appreciated the fact that other people did it. You know what I mean? But I didn't really care. As I got older, though, you definitely start to feel that. You want to... You sort of crave... I want somebody that I can teach and that I can watch grow up and improve and take the things that happened to me. And I had a really good life, to be fair. Like, I had a really great childhood, despite the fact that I was a little... not the richest kid on the block, you know what I mean? But outside, like, I had so much fun as a kid, and my parents were great. So it's not necessarily like I was brought up wrong or anything, but even so, I just really want to put someone out there into the world who could have all of the benefits of being me without any of the detriments, let's say. And I've been me for a while, so I have a really good idea of what I would probably tell a younger person who's like me, potentially in a temperament. A lot of stuff that I would tell them that might improve their life greatly, I would imagine. So yeah, I feel this crazy desire to like help and teach and improve a person's life, and then to know that that person will go on to like love me. And I don't know, yeah, there's definitely a biological clock element to it, but also it comes from a desire of really wanting to this is going to sound so like detached from emotionality, but you just sort of want to create something from scratch and watch what it turns into, because you never know. You know, you might have a kid that ends up becoming a musician even though you're not good at music, or like, you know, you're curious and you want to see, like, what's that kid gonna be like? You know what I mean? Oh, that's a good scene. Yeah, good shot. Hell yeah. These are some of the fucking most beautiful pre-rendered backgrounds. Now, when the light shines on it, you can see the sort of boundaries of it. But if you don't have your flashlight on and real-time lighting is not bouncing off of these mask textures, oh, marron. I have some devious puzzle ideas for a survival horror type of game. One where Jared would absolutely get pissed off at me if I gave him a demo. That is a really good idea. If you're trying to hit a specific market, pissing me off is a great way to do it, I would say. Yeah, I mean, like, for sure, you're going to be nervous no matter what, Castra, but believe me when I say it's the good kind of nervous, and you're going to be totally fine. I think what I would do if I were you is, I know everybody's already given you advice, but what's a little bit more? Do your best to get out there, to meet people, to have conversations. Try not to be, even if you are more of an introverted person here in the States, try to fight that urge, because part of you is going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to sit in, you know, the old apartment, watch some Netflix and get some takeout or something. And that's fine for a little bit, but if there's one thing that really solidifies the experience you're going to have here in Japan, it's the people that you meet, the friendships that you, it's really hard to like understate how important that'll be for the fun that you can have here. And a big portion of this country's appeal is just how wildly nice people can be. Even in Tokyo, Tokyo's a more like fast-paced, you know, big city kind of feeling. But I mean, just here in my neighborhood in Nakano, there are so many people that I've been able to make friends with and talk to, and a lot of Japanese people will be so stoked to speak English to you, but they'll be even more excited when they see that you speak Japanese. It is just stupidly fun. Why can't I do anything here? Hold on. There we go. Okay, wait, no. It's gone. I have to use my mouse. I don't know, that was weird. That was a little buggerisky. All of our strengths, none of our weaknesses. Hey, Xiaojian, what's going on? What's up, bud? Alright, I guess it's arcade time. Something I say to myself often. I'm only 26 and I'm certain I'm having children, but I gotta find the right woman. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, listen, having children is a good goal to strive for, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't have someone in your life that you'd be willing to die for in order to have those children, you know? Help you raise them. The first time I walked in here, I saw Relapse, and I thought it said Prolapse, and I was like, damn, okay, game. I see you. Yeah, this is the full game. It's out. All right, we got a pry bar. I'm not sure where... Oh, wait, I know where to use that. Yeah, so we need to come back with the token to use the claw machine. I remember this part now. I know I'm not the same... Wait, I know it's not the same as London, is only one country over, but I had never left my own country on my own, but I had dared myself to go visit a bunch of friends online who I'd never met. Best things ever. For sure. 100%, yeah. Getting out of your comfort zone, oh my god, the amount of good that can do for you is just unrivaled. I'm also not really like the traveling type. It's not necessarily I am a bit of a homebody. Sam in chat will definitely tell you I'm a bit of a homebody. But, you know, then again, so is he. So. Oh, shit. Yo, look at that Jill doll. I never know. In the bottom left hand. Oh, you guys can't see it because of chat. Hold on. Right here. Look at the little Jill doll. That's so cool. Let's get the gun out so we can point a laser in case. Yeah, see right there? Right here. Let's turn off the flashlight. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's adorable. I never knew that was in there. Yeah, I'm not one for traveling. I love Tokyo so much that I had to come here. But outside of that, I'm not like, yeah, let's go abroad. Like, that was never my thing. But I'm glad that I sort of fought that and ended up not only traveling here, but moving here. Best decision I ever made, without a doubt. I love bodying the Holmes. Yo, you gonna get bodied, Holmes? I'm not going to Japan for this reason. I'll low-key be looking for a girlfriend too. I have no idea what Japanese women are like in that term, in that sense. So Sam's gonna have to help you in that department. I came here on hard mode. Came here with an American wife. No option to get a visa. I'm a nervous person with new people, partially because of my infrequent random stutter, and was even going to make up an excuse why I couldn't go. I just dared myself to do it, and now I love to travel. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Absolutely. That is 100% the experience that is just flat out going to happen for everybody. You will have a million reasons not to do it. Put yourself out there. Get out of your comfort zone. You are going to learn or do something incredible. What's a good what's a good topic? What are we going to talk about right now? What's happening in the world? What's happening in the world that I'm allowed to talk about on YouTube is a better question. Oh, fuck. Japan's probably the only place I'm average height. You know, I expected, because I'm not very tall, I'm 5'11", but I thought, yeah, I'm going to like tower over Japanese people. No. I think where I am in terms of height, I'm right at the sort of high end of regular here. So I thought it'd be a boost to my fucking, my confidence. Didn't work out that way. Communism? Is that what's happening recently? Communism's been going on. I guess you're not wrong in a lot of senses. So I just found out, and this is an interesting thing in terms of Japanese politics. So Japan, I'm sure no one is going to be surprised to hear that it's a very conservative, right-leaning country. And anytime you watch Japanese commentators talk about politics, they just refer to their opposition as communist. And, you know, I was like, you know, sure, I get where they're coming from, but it's kind of like bad to paint everybody with such a broad brush. And then I was talking to my buddy Jimmy, and he was like, oh, no, the Japanese Communist Party is like super popular here. And a lot of times those people are actually talking about real life registered communist and not like using it as a shorthand for crazy like mega hardcore left-wing people or something. That was really surprising for me. That's something I only found out like last week or something. Unshaven Jared walking through Japan, Godzilla. I have not seen myself shaven in so long that I hope I stay unshaven forever. I don't, frankly, I'm scared at what I'll find underneath this beard. Whoever recommended Cheerleaders of Imperialism, I listened to the album Hell Nation, and it was... I've never heard of them before. What kind of music is that? Cheerleaders of Imperialism. I've heard very different experiences from Westerners dating in Japan, but they all have said you have to be... Said you be considered very attractive. Who, like me personally, or... what do you mean? Because... Thank you, if that's the case. Japan, perfectly safe and beautiful country, developed thanks to conservative traditional values. Western liberals moved to Japan, and I took that personally. That is one thing I am pretty glad that Japan makes it very, very difficult, if not impossible in a lot of cases, for residents to come here and vote. I think that that's a pretty rational step to take in terms of immigration and the amount of power you give to people who don't have a long-term stake in living in the political environment they would try to create with their votes. Well, yeah, there we go. We should not shave, Jared. We might get hired to be in a monster movie. Listen, we should not shave. I will take that all day, every day. I'm trying to grow the beard out now, and I'm having to fight the urge to trim it because it's at the point where it's long enough that it gets a little cowlick in it towards the end, and I look like an Arabian, like a czar or something. You know, the beard kind of comes up and goes out like that. So I'm fighting it. I'm fighting the urge. We're growing the beard out, boys. Your videos are good. Thank you. Much appreciated. Lion key. Okay, so I can use that at that one gate we went. Okay. Only natives and naturalized citizens get to vote? That's absolute insanity. Is it? I feel like that's pretty fair. Those are the people who have the largest stake in the things that they would be voting on. I mean, I think a lot of people, and this is my experience being somebody from America. America's an incredible place in terms of freedom and the rights that you're given. But when you go elsewhere, it's easy to forget that you're a guest. You know what I mean? Like, you are not owed any type of representation here, and you don't need to be let into the country. So when a country is nice enough to allow you to reside in it, you don't necessarily get what you want when you come here. You know, you kind of get what you're given, I guess. And that's not, like, I'm not trying to sound like somebody who's, like, got a mouthful of boot, but it's true. Japan did not have to let me into this country. And realistically speaking, if I ever do anything to get kicked out of it, they probably made the wrong choice. But I think it's important to treat a country you're living in as the same as you would if you were going to stay at a friend's place for a week or two. It'd be really fucked up if you, like, you know, lay down in the guest room and you're like, your refrigerator sucks. Go get a new one. You know what I mean? Like, that would be fucked. You probably would sound like an asshole doing that. And I try to maintain that same sort of sense of appreciation and responsibility as a resident here in Japan. I'm sure one day I'll probably become a permanent resident, or might even go for becoming a naturalized citizen, which is a process that's available to me. But regardless of if I do or not, I will always look at this place as a country that did not have to allow me to come in. It did not have to give me access to its incredibly safe society, its amazing food, the wonderful people here. These are things that I wasn't owed access to, and I'm always appreciative that they were nice enough to allow me to come here and to live an incredible life and enrich myself in the way that any other Japanese person can. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, fuck. I keep forgetting about the dodge. Idiot. See? Did I take that hit? I'm gonna be mad if I took that hit. There we go. Your fridge sucks. You're gonna know. Yeah, I mean that's how I feel. Like you got to treat being a guest in a country the same way you treat being a guest in a house, and be polite and understanding of the fact that you don't pay the bills here, and it's not up to you how things work out, and that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a fair trade-off. You let me into a beautiful country. I don't get to vote depending on the ward I live in. Not the worst thing in the world. The American in me obviously desires freedom and equal representation, but it's like that's not the country that I moved to, and I have to respect that idea. Is that a deagle? Yes, it is. That's your starting weapon. I mean, it's called a raptor, but you know what it is. Well, I mean, but what if your fridge does suck? This is a good point. There are certainly fridges out there that suck. Can't deny it. Aren't you still there on a visa? Yes, I am. Probably will be for a pretty long time, I would imagine. If things go according to plan, at least. Oh, yes. Give it to me. These are the most sexual critical hits anybody's ever had before. Damn, that's a long ass video I just recorded. Hour 35 minutes. It'll be worth it. Just random little side footage that I could use in a video. You never know. I tell you what I should do. I should probably pull footage from this stream instead and get my weird sexual moans from critical hits. This is a secret from Duke Nukem game. You have to appreciate a survival horror game that's willing to start you out with a Desert Eagle. It's only up from there. I actually needed to replace my fridge, and my girlfriend had to convince me to get a new one after she moved in, but I did keep the old fridge till it broke. That's the thing. I think the real American dream is having two refrigerators. There's nothing that feels more robustly well off than going into your garage to open a different refrigerator for soda. Everybody's had this experience. Oh, you fucker. I knew it. I heard him winding up. Can I? Oh, shit. Fuck. Yeah, give him the old kickarooski. Bitch ass. Fuck out of here. What an asshole. I don't have any green stuff in my thing. Sexual moan timestamp. It's good to keep those in mind. Just in case. Just a collection of me playing this game and going, oh. Oh, a cheese freezer. Damn. That's balling right there. That's when you know you're doing good. I think we should go back up that ladder because it feels like we're progressing to... Oh, shit. Hold on. We got to take a picture of that. That's the code for the fucking subway entrance. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's upside down. I see. Okay, so that means the code's going to be upside down. We are fucking getting through this. Have you been able to travel more in Japan since moving? Basically, just Kyoto, Yamanaka-ko, which is near Mount Fuji. Where else have I been? I've been to a couple of places when my mom comes to visit. Is mostly when I travel more, or really when people come here, because I always have someone staying at the house, and it's just I don't have the motivation to go out there and travel to other parts of Japan unless I have someone here who's a tourist with me. And then it's like, yeah, for sure, we'll go wherever you want. All right, we're turning our phone upside down. There we go. Okay, imagine. Well, who fucking knows what that is? I guess you? Maybe you. And then this. One of those. One of these guys for good measure. That wasn't it. How about you? You. You. And just real quick. Yeah, that's it. In the house. Mother effers. Yeah, well then open it. What the fuck's wrong with you? I have things to do though. Ta-ta, friends. I think I need to use ta-ta more. Whether talking about leaving or boobs. Oh, you know what? I don't think I was able to use a signal modulator in that save room that's right here in the subway station, so this works out perfectly. Yo, Paw Prints. I'm watching that. Hell yeah. No, can't go through there. I kind of want to learn Korean, but I kind of don't. I think I'd really love to learn Russian. There's something about playing Stalker over and over again that just has stuck Russian in my head as something that's cool. Of course I don't have enough space in my inventory. Why would I? Well, it's back to the fucking save room, children. I guess I can get a green vial while I'm there, too. Get fucked up. You know how it is. I don't even have a passport yet, so getting one this year in hopes to visit my streamer friend in Dallas. My first time in America. Ooh, nice. Authentic experience getting mugged. Nah, I think in Dallas she'll be perfectly fine. I wouldn't venture to, like, other parts of Texas, though. If I were you. Just in case. But Dallas she'll be A-okay. Someone is writing in Cyrillic that I cannot read in the chat. Usually YouTube translates. Man with Cuban roots wants to learn Russian. I know. I know. It is, it's blasphemous in a lot of ways. Where is that save point? Maybe it's through here. You know what? I think I'll probably call it here. I have a lot of writing to do today, and I have to finish Pulse Breaker and write up a bit for that as well. So I have to get out of here. So let's use this signal modulator. I have fucked that word up every time I've said it so far. But while I'm putting this stuff away, thank you guys for hanging out with me for a bit. This has been a super fun stream. We will be back streaming this same exact game tomorrow, if you guys want to hang out as well. If not, who needs you? Me. I'm the one who needs you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll talk to you all later. Please don't drink and drive. Make wise choices. And just like we've been talking about, get out there. Get out of your comfort zone. Mets Gaming. Hey to you. And bye, I guess. Yeah, get out of your comfort zone. Go do something you normally wouldn't, because how long are you going to be able to say that you can do it? Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.